So after the introduction, where we hear Walton speak of finding Victor and finally finding his friend he hopes, in chapter 1, we finally begin to hear the voice of Victor. And Victor begins by explaining his childhood. And he speaks of his parents, because Victor is not the product of a male mother. And he says of his parents, "I was their child, the innocent and helpless creature bestowed on them by heaven." This shows that Victor was, he had his place within nature. He was conceived and brought about in the right process. It is also ironic that he goes on to say, with this deep consciousness of what they owed towards the being to which they had given life. Now, later in the novel, Victor gives life. But what does Victor do? He does the exact opposite of what his parents do, and he rejects his offspring and abandons it. And this is one reason why the creature turns out to be, or the main reason why the creature turns out to be the way that he is. So what is Victor's excuse? Why does Victor turn out to be this person who violates nature and goes against the very foundations that brought him into existence? Also within chapter 1, we get the echo of Mary Shelley's life and a theme that we then see throughout the rest of the novel. And that is when his mother finds the orphan girl, Elizabeth. And she finds Elizabeth in the 1818 edition. If you have an 1831 edition, the circumstances are going to be different. But in the 1818 edition, she finds Elizabeth living with a peasant family, and she's very attracted to her. And they find out that her mother was a German and had died giving her birth. Mary Shelley's mother died giving her birth. Mary Shelley's first baby died. She later had a miscarriage, and her beloved son William died. All of this is reflected through the novel in that intertwining of life and death. And of course, this is why Victor seeks to overcome death in establishing life, because he says that death is evil. He sees it outside of the natural order of life, when indeed it is a part of the natural order that he upsets. So that's pretty much it for the points that I'm about to make in chapter 1.